To the win last night, and you could redeem today. Stolen by Bronny. Bronny bouncing a good one. Thiero, that is what he's here for.
How does it feel to get the dunk? It feels good, you know. Heard everybody reacting from the bench, so just happy to finally get that first one.
The storm around this Lakers team never stops. You could see after they lost against the OKC Thunder, who has practically been blowing out every single team in the NBA right now, the hate around this team was absolutely wild for a couple of days. But I want to break down every game and every possession and debate about the Lakers and what they want to be. And if you're watching this video, you want the answers. Well, I'm going to give it to you. You want clarity. You want to understand what actually matters and what translates. And well, there's a future in this Lakers squad, and the other night, you saw Adou Thiero playing, and this guy is a monster. But later on in this video, I'll tell you why. We're going to be looking at the patterns around this Lakers lineup. We're going to be looking at how 4 players shape the latest version of this team, each in their own way. And as you watch, you'll see where the Lakers are headed, whether these trends hold up, and how these pieces fit together. Let's start off with the guy that runs the offense. This is Luka Doncic. Luka controls the game the way a director controls the lighting. He adjusts everything around him and tries to get everybody else involved as well. And I like the way that Luka manipulates the space. This is a skill that a lot of people don't really have. And I know you might wonder, is this sustainable the way he's playing, averaging like 40 points some games? Does this style hold big in moments? And well, yeah, Luka already has the 3rd highest scoring average in NBA history at 28.72 points per game. And he's the fastest player of the century to hit 50 career 40-point games. That is ridiculous. But I'm going to tell you why all these numbers are normal to him. And you'll see in the film, because over here, Luka takes the ball up the court. He immediately gets by Giannis, but is picked up by another defender. This prevents Luka from driving, and although he did have that pass to Ayton, Luka toys with his defender by faking and pivoting, and then Luka finally has enough space to hit that nasty fadeaway in the defender's face. So pivoting is something that Luka is very good at. Even here, Luka starts with the ball. He waits for the screen from Ayton, then Ayton sets the screen and Luka goes around it. Ayton notices his defender is double teaming Luka, so he drops to the paint. Luka notices that Ayton is open, so he throws him a lob for the finish. We can see Ayton and Luka are working so good together, and I really like the way they're playing. I can't even lie to you. Dominating's back. Even Jake LaRavia starts getting into the action with Luka Doncic. Over here, you can see that Jake LaRavia starts with the ball, but Luka patiently waits to receive the ball because he is the go-to scorer on the team. Once Luka gets the ball, his defender tries to pluck it from him, and he completely fails, so Luka is able to recover and slowly dribble to the perimeter. So now the defender is back in front of him, but Luka knows that the defender is nervous, so he just has to hit a step-back 3 in his face. It's all about when you do these certain things. And well, it's time to talk about the monster that the Lakers have kind of been hiding this season. And his name is Adou Thiero. His impact isn't tremendously loud, but the thing that I saw on the court was how insanely fast he is. He played 5 minutes, scored 4 points, grabbed the rebound, and walked away with a solid +2 +-. But his energy is what I really liked. His minutes weren't filler minutes. It didn't feel like that. They were kind of momentum minutes. Thiero plays like he's trying to win a job every possession, and that's what you want with this Lakers roster. He runs the floor hard, he fills the open lane without hesitation, and when he sees an opening, he attacks it. But guys, the box score doesn't really show how impactful he is. You can see that JJ Redick trusts him. JJ Redick trusts players like these who don't overthink, they don't freeze, they keep the tempo up, and when the team drifts into that slow, predictable play style, that's when you can throw Adou Thiero in the lineup. Look at this play, for example. You can see Bronny gets the steal and initiates the counterattack. Adou sees this and sprints down the court with Bronny. It's that speed you need. And as Bronny slows down to pick a pass, Adou continues sprinting because he sees that the Bucks defender has to guard 2 players. So Adou's gamble pays off, and Bronny passes it to him, and this results in a monstrous slam. But ladies and gentlemen, there's also another player going insane, and this is DeAndre Ayton, but you'll see what he's doing on the court and why it's actually special. Before we do that, we need to take a quick timeout, because if you're trying to catch a Lakers game live, check out Sleeper, the cleanest fantasy and pick'em app in the game. You pick points, rebounds, assists, whatever you think that Luka and the Lakers are going to cook up in the next game, and you can track it live. And make sure you use code MUVSY when you sign up. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. I'm going to be cooking on Sleeper. And now we have to talk about dominating, because this dude is actually impressing me. You can see that he doesn't need the ball to affect the game. That's what makes Ayton so important. His 20 points and 10 rebounds are impressive, but the real story is how he scored and how he defended. Ayton shot 9 for 13 from the field, added 2 steals and a block, and finished with a +12 ± in 28 minutes. But if you think he is slow-footed, okay, a lot of people say that, the film kind of says otherwise. In this first play, you can see that Ayton is waiting for his chance to attack the paint. Once Reeves drives, Ayton notices the defender who was guarding the paint decided to triple team Reeves. This left the paint wide open, and Giannis can't drop to the paint or else it will leave Vanderbilt open for 3. So Ayton knew that this was the opportunity to get into the paint and receive the pass to secure 2 points. That's just too easy for him. In this next play, Ayton fakes a screen for Reeves and rolls immediately. Reeves gets double teamed, leave Ayton open for the pass, but once Ayton gets the pass, he doesn't need to shoot right away. Instead, he hesitates to get the defender to put his hands up, then Ayton pushes into the defender and spins to get himself open for the layup. It's all about knowing what your defender is going to do next, and Ayton's gotten this mastered. And well, in this last play, we can see Ayton's dominance in the paint. He starts off by sticking close to his man, then after Laravia gets hit by a screen, Ayton switches onto the smaller attacker. But just because Ayton is bigger, it doesn't mean he is slower. When the Buck attacker drives to the rim, Ayton keeps up with him to meet him in the paint and block his shot. Then Ayton manages to save the ball from going out and pass it to his teammate at the same exact time. So all that DeAndre Ayton hate, please, I don't want to hear it anymore. I just don't. And also the Austin Reeves hate, because there were a lot of people trashing him after he had that game against the OKC Thunder. Every team who plays the Thunder is going to do terribly bad. That's just how it is. These guys are too good. But the thing that Austin Reeves brings to this roster is rhythm. That's something that this Lakers team sometimes lacks. And while Austin Reeves, when he plays good, the whole team plays good. His decision making is sharp. He reads the mismatches early, and he knows when the defense is leaning in a certain direction. And you'll see it in these plays. Over here, Reeves receives the ball, and he runs around Ayton's big boy screen. But immediately, he is double teamed by the Bucks. Reeves has the option to pass to Ayton, but instead he keeps running. Then Reeves suddenly stops to shift the defender's momentum and get him open for a pull-up jumper. When you know how to master the momentum of the defender, that's when you really understand how to score with ease. And Austin Reeves is doing that. Even in this next play, Reeves is leading the fast break for the Lakers. Once he gets to the perimeter, he realizes that Ayton has no defenders guarding him. So Reeves gets ready to pass to Ayton, but then the Bucks defender tries to read the pass, so Reeves fakes the first pass to get the defender to jump. Then this is when Reeves makes a real pass the second time, and Ayton has enough space to bully the defender in the paint for the easy 2 points. But you're going to see this next play, because Reeves is going to be trapped and he's still going to find a way to make an impact. Over here, he's trapped in the corner. He attempts a few body feints, but the defender doesn't bite. Then Reeves tries to bully his way in, and that also doesn't work. Then Reeves gets creative with a half spin to finally get past the defender, and somehow the defender manages to get in front of Reeves, so Reeves just full sends it and hits a spin post fade in the defender's face like he's prime Kobe Bryant. And well guys, of course that goes in. So you're seeing this. Austin Reeves is learning how to play with DeAndre Ayton. Luka already knows how to play with big men, and in fact, Luka makes every big man that he plays with look like they're absolute all-stars. Adou Thiero made his debut, and well, he didn't have the craziest stat line, but the potential is there. The athleticism is there, and most importantly, the speed is there. You need speed with this Lakers roster, so when you're trying to run transition basketball, it could be made possible with Adou Thiero. And I also think that Reeves adds some unpredictability with this roster. Ayton provides structure on both ends, and then Thiero, he injects the energy. When these four are clicking in their roles, the offense has rhythm, and the defense has multiple layers. And well, ladies and gentlemen, you know who the Lakers are missing right now? Yeah, LeBron James. And well, I don't care what you say, the Lakers are not a better team without him. And when he comes back, this is going to change everything. Rui Hachimura is going to have to move right back into that backup role or play as a power forward. You never know what's going to happen. So going forward, I'm very excited to see what happens with this roster. If you're still here, well, thank you for watching. You understand the game at a deeper level than most fans. And that's what makes these breakdowns so fun to make. The Lakers aren't perfect. They're a work in progress, but the foundation is real. And these four players showed us exactly why. I'll be back with more breakdowns, more film, and obviously more answers. But until then, stay locked in, stay realistic, and stay hopeful. Because if this version of the team keeps growing, the season gets a lot more interesting. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that like, smash that subscribe. We're almost at 30K subs. I love every single one of you guys. Thank you so much. Peace.